you will have the longest relationship with you. So you might as well get friendly, get to know yourself, because you're gonna be in it for the long haul. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's Tony Ann here, and yes, it has been quite some time since I have been on here, so I did just want to kind of give you guys a bit of an update on what I'm doing, what I've been thinking, and just kind of getting back into the groove of making videos. So yeah, this is an unscripted video, just a chit chat, chill with me kind of vibes. So there shouldn't be too many jump cuts, hopefully. So getting right into it, I have been diagnosed with endometriosis this year. Yeah, definitely not a positive note to start the video on, but yeah, I was diagnosed with endometriosis, and if you don't know what that is, that's just basically where you have endometrium tissue, which grows naturally in the uterus, but when it, for some random reason, it starts to grow in other places where it shouldn't be, and that's when we have a lot of inflammation and pain during our periods. So that's something that I have been struggling with, and it's always been something that I kind of figured I had, just because I know that the pain that I've been having with my periods were like really on a scale of like 10,000. So I knew that there was something going on, but I didn't know specifically what it was. So it was nice to know that I actually have a name to what's going on with me, and I had a diagnosis so I can get the help that I need. Currently, I am trying to find some natural ways to remedy it. I'm not too big on birth control or heavy medications, just because it can really take a toll on the body, those types of things. So yeah, just been trying to do some natural remedy things. If you guys know anything about dealing with inflammation, what kind of foods I should eat or supplements, let me know in the comments down below. Another thing is that I am now back in school. So at the age of 27, I'm going back to get my second degree. I'd already got my bachelor's, but I'm going to get an associate's because I'm making a career change, a complete switch around. So I'm going into the medical field now to do diagnostic sonography, right? Doing the sonogram of the tummy. And of course, that is because I was inspired by my own experience with endometriosis and women's health. The facility that I went to get all of my treatments and the surgery, and that kind of gave me some first-hand experience of what it's kind of like to be in that type of field. And yeah, I just was really inspired by it, and I really want to dedicate myself to the cause. With that, I have been working part-time to sustain myself as I'm in school, and so hopefully I'm hoping to get into the program next year, and that will be full-time, doing my clinicals, getting those hours, so super excited for that. I've been taking some time to reflect on my life and some of the things that I want for myself. Like, I've dedicated this channel to talking to you guys about living happy, healthy, and free, and sometimes it's also just a creative outlet for me, but I do want to focus on giving you guys some tips and tricks to really get around certain things that come up in our lives. Like, we have a lot of hardships, we have a lot of inner battles that we're facing, and I really want to have this channel be active for you guys. So I've also been kind of just really thinking about what is it that I need right now in my life. And right now I feel like it's balance. That's the key word for me. Recently I have been feeling like I've just been out of whack, out of alignment, and I'm starting to realize it's because I don't have balance. Thinking about all the things that I need to do better for myself, which would be definitely taking more time for myself. And I think that a lot of people can resonate and relate to me with that, because we're always constantly doing a whole bunch of things and feel like we have to tackle everything. And by the time you look, you find that your cup is empty. from when you give to others. And I'm not saying that giving to others is a terrible thing, because it's not. It's really great to do that, and we do need people to be helping each other. That's amazing. But at the same time, while you're doing that for others, you have to take care of yourself, because if you don't, you're going to run yourself ragged, and then when it's time to really lock in and then be there for others, you can't, because your cup is empty. You don't have anything more to give. I've been just focusing on really trying to pour into myself and do things that make me happy. Talking to my friends and really spending more time with those that I can connect with. You know, everyone is busy, but I do have one friend that I have had for years, and I really needed to, you know, connect back with her and really just surround myself with those people that I love, because at the end of the day, they're very important. Like, those friendships, like, you can't let them wither away. And everybody has their own lives that they're doing, but you really do have to put that at the forefront, because, like I said, by the time you look, like, nothing is ever going to be eternal forever, right? So just cherish the people that you have now while they are around you. So that's what I've been learning to do. You know, talking to my parents, hanging out with my sister, hanging out with my brother, doing things like that really brings me joy. And also, like, an interpersonal relationship with myself. This relationship that I have with myself is the longest relationship that I'm going to have. I will always be with me. If you're watching, you will have the longest relationship with you. So you might as well get friendly, get to know yourself, because you're going to be in it for the long haul. So I've just been really just being with myself, and it's okay. I think for the longest time, what I realized that I was kind of struggling with was being alone. And I know it's like kind of taboo to come out here and say, you know, oh, I feel lonely, but it's a normal thing. When you are alone, that should not be something that you fear. You, as a person, need to get comfortable with yourself, because people are not going to be around all the time. Everybody is living their own lives. Everyone has their own commitments. And sometimes it's not going to be about you. They're not going to have time for you. So what are you going to do in the meantime? Are you just going to mope around while everybody is gone? No. When they got their life and they're doing something, you've got to be doing something too. You've got to keep yourself occupied, because that's the way how you're going to keep going and keep growing. We are in the present. Life is going on all around us, and nothing is promised. Tomorrow is not promised. So what are you doing today for yourself? If you're by yourself, then great. That's fine. I feel like when you are by yourself and you feel like really lonely, you start to build up kind of like a resentment, right? Because you kind of feel like you're abandoned, or you feel like everything else is more important than you. And sometimes it is. Sometimes it is, and that's okay. But when you start to build up that resentment because you haven't learned to love to be by yourself for a little bit, when you do get with your friends, you start to have attitude. And you don't really value that time anymore, because you're like, well, where were you guys when I needed you? And it's like, no, you shouldn't let it get to that point. You should be constantly pouring into yourself and constantly okay with being by yourself, so that way when you can be with others, you can enjoy it. Going back to my fitness things too, just, I know I'm kind of like all over the place, but that's just what it is when we sit here and chit chat. But when I started this fitness journey, definitely was more concerned with progress, like wanting to see these muscles pop out and things like that. Like, come on, I just started. So I have to learn that I have to be a bit more realistic and not focus too much on the outside appearance, right? Because I think that's where a lot of people get discouraged, because you are working out and you're like, okay, well, where's my six pack? It hasn't happened yet, because that stuff takes time. It takes years. And for some people, if you haven't really been doing good for yourself and doing good for your body, it's going to take years to have to reverse everything that you've done. So fat loss is a really big thing that can take some time, and there's no shortcuts when it comes to health and the exercise and fitness journey. There's no shortcuts with that. Like, you cannot just starve yourself. That is going to actually do the opposite, because you're going to be losing fat and muscle. So then when you do lose that weight, the shape that you get is not going to be the shape that you want. Like, you're not going to have that hourglass figure, because you're not going to have the muscles popping through, and it's still fat on top of the muscle. So really just focus on the fat loss. Don't focus too much on the appearance thing. Just focus on how you feel. How you feel is important, because I notice when I haven't been active or I'm eating terrible, I feel sluggish. I feel like I don't want to do anything. And being diagnosed with endometriosis, I have less days to be active. So I can't just sit here and just waste time on days where I actually do have energy and not do anything with that energy. Oh yeah, and I wanted to talk to you guys about treating yourself. I know it's like, this is not big news, Tony, and like everyone has to treat themselves once in a while. Well, listen, okay? It's just been something that I just kind of forgot to do, and now I kind of got back into it. Like, yeah, I want to treat myself to a really nice, tasty dinner, or to a nice TV show, some relaxation time, spa time, skincare, whatever it is. Treat yourself. And I'm like getting excited talking about it, because it's like a new thing for me. I don't know why, but like I've just kind of remembered that that's something that I can do to help fill my cup. So I've been doing that, and I've just been feeling so much better. I want you guys to focus on the type of treat that you're treating yourself to. Here we go. Yeah. So think about that treat. Is it something that is going to help you? Right? Okay. A lot of the times we do just go out and eat a bunch of junk food for a treat. Now, I'm not saying that I haven't done that, but in a sense, we can't just keep treating ourselves to food. Like, that can't be the only thing that is our reward. So you can do it like every once in a while, but still, if you're treating yourself to something, like maybe make it a more expensive, healthy meal, if that makes sense, right? Because that truly is a treat. I'm not sure if Wingstop and McDonald's is a treat. Vice versa, if the treatment is like smoke or something. I don't know, I'm just using that as an example. That's not really a treat. You know, it's something that's going to kind of negatively affect you. So any negative type of treats, we don't want to do that. I just want to put that out there. Yeah. I don't know if it's like just being in the fall, but fall winter time, but I think that's probably my favorite season. I think these are like my feel-good seasons. I don't know why, but like in the summer, I just don't feel as happy in the summer. In the fall and the winter, it's something about the nice, warm and cozy feeling that you get. Like, you know, like your family's coming down and you'll get to be surrounded by them, and like feeling the warmth after you come in from the cold outside. It's just something like so calming and comforting for me. So I kind of just realized that I am very much a fall winter girl. So yeah, that's pretty much what I got going on here. It was me just yapping for a couple of minutes. But with that, I do have some other videos coming up for you guys in the future, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, thanks for watching. If you did like this video, please give this video a thumbs up. And also consider subscribing to the channel, because it does help me out a lot, and it does help to keep you guys updated on any time that I post. So subscribe, and I will catch you guys on the next video. See ya.